Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I am Digitalcasts. It's been a mild hiatus, but now we're finally back to give you LPL Valorant Amateur Best of 1 for the Autumn League that has recently just started. It will be Underground Gaming versus Collateral eSports for tonight. And of course, joining me for this cast, it will be SaplingVA. How you doing?
Well, I am splendid today. How are you? I know you're a little bit tired after your plane came in yesterday, but you ready to get some hype in the chat for today's best of ones?
I would hope so. Well, honestly, if you guys don't know, I actually just went to Auckland for just over a week, met LPL, did some Red Bull casting, all that stuff. But now we're finally back. And, to counteract your point there, it won't be me bringing the hype. It will be you tonight who's on play-by-play, and me on the color casting. And of course, your old boy Crash OBS, on the observing, the gold standard. So, Sapling, This matchup, Underground Gaming versus Collateral eSports, I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about these two teams, but maybe you might know these players a little bit more.
Yeah, I do. Not in depth, but I definitely do know some of the players. So Stoddy's someone who's been around since day dot. Yeah, really very successful CS player, made it up into Challenger for a while, you know, played in the Pro Leagues for a few seasons as well, and then first at the start of Valorant, Stoddy was part of Great Fake Mo, who made a couple of runs in First Strike, and those sorts of tournaments. And then a lot of these players are pretty young as well. So you've seen Zook in comp. Yoko's probably the youngest person in the server right now at 15. But then we got names in here like Dio, Zook, as I said. I think it's Conkers. I think is how he says his name.
CNQRZ. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. They're all players that you constantly see in, you know, Immortal and sort of stuff like that. But, you know, I'm expecting Collateral to come in with a little bit higher caliber of play today. But I have a feeling that with an IGL like Stoddy, we might see some smarter stuff from Underground today. So we'll see how it goes. Only time can tell, in fact.
Well, time can tell, and let's see right now, because the teams are ready. It is a best of 1, and the one map to be played today will be Ascent. And, well, let's go onto the agent pick screen and see what we have in store today. So, I understand that you too, Sapling, recently you've taken up the role of a coach for... Sorry, which team was it? Not New Haven, something else.
Paradox,
that's right. And you guys have put up some reasonably decent results, I won't lie, in the Oceania tour. So, Ascent... very execute-heavy map. You need fantastic teamwork. And what do you think of the current agent picks?
Look, I think that we're going to see something that we're not ready for today. Already, we've got 2 players hovering Viper, which is something that I know a couple of the higher tier teams are starting to have a look at. A Jet is a stable pick there. Dio jumping onto that. But I have a feeling we're going to see Astra, Sova, obviously the Jet. And then everything around that will be a bit flex. So there we go. Conker's locking in the first duelist as well. Interesting so far from the side of Underground. We're seeing 3 duelists hovered and a Sova. So I'm interested to see how they go. Oh, maybe my UI is bugged. Because I see that 5 people have logged in on Collateral and I can see 1. So I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you that your UI is bugs, but right now I can tell you for Collateral, everyone has locked in. It is actually Underground Gaming who haven't locked in everyone. But overall, from what I can tell, the composition for Collateral eSports, looking pretty standard. Nothing that really strikes me as interesting. But however, for Underground Gaming, having a Breach starting off on defense, I'm expecting perhaps a Breach and Jet flash dash combo to take mid control and go aggressive at times.
Yeah, as I said, there we go. I can see the comps now. Omen picks into this one, which is interesting. But yeah, the breach flash dash is going to be something that to be expected for sure. I'm just going to see if I can lock into Crash's perspective.
Besides the Breach and Jet flash dash, right? We also have the Smokers, in which you mentioned earlier. They chose Omens, and you sounded almost surprised by that, because I understand from a coach's perspective right now in higher tiers of play, people they tend to perhaps play Astra more, given like how diverse her utility kit is, and the fact that she obviously had smokes.
Yeah, Astra's utility is broken right now. There's a lot of calls from the upper echelons of Valorant to remove Astra or nerf her. She just dominates everything right now. And I think, are we both looking at Raze right now?
No, I'm actually looking at Zuke on the Killjoy. And now back to OK at mid, as we are seeing Collateral eSports take a lot of mid-control, working their way up towards market. The defense starting to rotate just now, but I do like what currently Underground Gaming, they are playing over towards the B side, playing off-site, using util on-site, and ideally looking for a easier retake scenario. But Collateral eSports, they took aggressive market control, and they're using that nade as an essential fake smoke to get into market, but they still have to get onto the site. And as you can see, the defenders, they know exactly what's happening, and we could be looking at a firefight real soon, just through that smoke.
Yeah, I'm just still trying to make sure I'm on your perspective here. So I'll get you to keep going until I figure this out, if I can.
Alright, okay, no worries. But Collateral eSports, they have taken the site. The spike is going to get planted by Zuke. Dio looking to perhaps aggress onto the site first on the retake, but Conqueror's around the corner, 5 HP. He has to land the headshot, or else he will be not long for this world. Scoop with the fault line, and press a flash to come through. And oh dear me, Conqueror catches himself too. A triple for him, and that's all he had to do. He did his job, and his teammates were just there to clean up. A really convincing pistol round for Collateral eSports.
I wish I could have seen it. to be sure. So
yep.
I'm having no luck with this button right now. Let me check my binds.
Maybe your bind is a little bit broken, so I'll take over for the time being. Okay, so just then, Collateral eSports, they won the pistol round really easily, only losing one player. And seriously, you have to give props to Conquerors. 5 HP, he got what? A triple kill, maybe even more? And that instantly swung the momentum in his team's favor. Full armor and SMG buys for them on the attack side. There's no reason in which they should be losing this round. But we're seeing a triple man push down A long, and Sai good for one, but gets traded out by Dio. But now Siku has arrived there to help out his teammate. They're doing damage, and the ult orb out towards A long hasn't been taken by the defenders. So right now, Collateral eSports, they have a man advantage, and obviously have a gun advantage. There's only one player on short. He's about to be dead for this world, and Conquers with the boom bar and a spray down, takes down Scoopmeister. Study the IGL, you said earlier, trying to make some calls, trying to perhaps salvage what's left of this round. 2v4 retake with pistols. Things aren't looking very likely.
Yes, I think I'm with you now. Is we are on Zook now, Stoddy?
Yes.
Perfect. We are ready and rolling. So we are gonna see the Underground boys just playing for the exits here, which is the smarter play here. You know, you've got to do the damage you can, so moving into this next round, their bonus isn't as strong. An interesting shock dart there.
Ricochet.
That's the techers. But yeah, Stoddy and Yoko really just trying to get this damage here, but Collateral should be making the smart decision, moving back out towards the A main position, which is exactly what we'll see here. Stoddy and Yoko going to go for the swing here. Conkers takes down Stoddy, and it looks like Yoko is no more for this world as he stands in the nano and gets sprayed down by the Spectre of Conkers. So, 2-0 early lead right now.
Yeah, and you know what? The best thing right now is Conquerors. This is the second round, and he may have planted the spike. No, he died on pistol round, and he got 6 kills altogether across the 2 rounds. Already has the Showstopper ultimate. This is probably the first time I've seen the Razor being charged up this quickly in any official game, so that's good for him. And, you know, Collateral eSports, they won the first round, and they won the second SMG buy round, so obviously they will be looking to play the bonus coming into this, and Conquerors, he has the Showstopper to use. If he can go huge with the ultimate and take a few rifles out of the hands of Underground Gaming, I think they have a decent chance of winning this round again and breaking the economy of Underground Gaming even further. And now, Collateral eSports, 3-man, push down towards short, just trying to take mid-control, looking for an A pinch.
Yeah, here we see Dio gonna take the post contact here. Gets 2 onto Zook and Oki. Really well controlled on that spray control there. Here we go. Scoop gonna be the next one taking the fights here. Conkers and Sicko. Sicko gonna use his drone to try and get in their faces. Bentley says no to that one, and Conkers takes out Scoop already. A good dink there from Bentley on to Conkers. Sicko goes for the shock. There we go. Gets that trade back. Conkers goes down, but Sicko trades. There's another trade there from Dio. 3 in the round now from him. Here's this could be a little bit awkward here from Stoddy. If he chooses the wrong time on the smoke, no, it looks like he's gotten around it perfectly. Sai working his way up short here. Gonna take this contact onto Dio. This could be a 4th for Dio here. Oh, he's made the footsteps. Sai is gonna be ready for this one and gets him done. Puts it into a 1 versus 2 situation here. Yoko misses that first hit there. So Sai in a 1 versus 2 here with the Spectre. Plenty of health still to work with. It is still doable for him right now. Is he ready for Stoddy? He's not quite ready for the IGL there to come up short. and take the round. There we go. That's 1 for Underground.
You know, Sai there, I found that quite interesting how he just pushed onto the A side and planted the spike without really clearing the site. Because granted, he didn't have perfect information like we do. He had no idea that the Sova was playing over towards Arches behind his smoke. So it was a bit of a ballsy play there, and I'm glad that it worked out partially. He at least got the spike down, give himself an extra ult point to work with, and of course $500 split 1.5k across his team, 5 players each. But look, they did damage that round. They got the spike down. They took a few rifles out of the hands of Underground Gaming, and that's honestly a win in my book. They have full money to buy into this. Everyone's pretty rich, and Conquer is still holding on to the Showstopper, as well as Sign with the From the Shadows TP. Dio, the only player with the ultimate on side on the defense, and the gun and the buy-up, it's a little bit worse than what we're seeing right now for Collateral eSports.
Yeah, for sure. That damage that they got on that bonus round is the biggest thing for them right now, because if you look at the buy from Underground, it's not quite perfect. But these unperfect weapons are gonna take this first confrontation towards the B side here, it looks like. No, just grabbing that orb and playing it slowly. So Dio just jump spotting in mid, uses his first updraft, and is just jumping around trying to get that information in the mid here. Sicko, can he get any information on the short push here? Gonna find Bentley and gets the tag as well.
Interesting that he used the outrun rear from the distance that far, because like there was no teammates for him to really back him up. And oh dearie me, ammo being traded, and Sicko actually from a shock dart takes down Stoddy. I think Sicko was over towards mid, Stoddy over towards market. That's one hell of a toss.
And here it comes, bursting onto the B side here. We see Collateral going for it. Dio's gonna get doored down here, but it's a 4 versus 5 retake. Yoko starts it off strong, taking out Oki. Conquer straight onto Scooper, gets another one onto Dio. That nades perfect position into that CT entrance. Unsure where the Razors ended up here. Can he get another one here? Gets a third and a fourth for Conkers. Absolutely insane Raze play there. Just headshot after headshot after headshot. Nothing Underground could do there.
Conquerors, he woke up today for this game and chose violence. This guy's aim is off the charts right now. 4 click flicks, pretty much, and the Raze blastback movement to reposition into the logs. Pretty well done for him. And, you know, he still hasn't used the Showstopper just yet. And if he did use it in that round, he could have charged it up more or less halfway coming into this round. Underground Gaming, they are on the eco now. And as you can see, the economy a little bit worse for wear off of losing that single round from Collateral eSports, who had somewhat of a gun advantage. But now this is the Flash and Dash combo I was talking about. And it doesn't work out at all at Collateral eSports. They sprays down 3 players down a long and managed to pick up the ult orb. Yeah, Underground Gaming coming to this round with a really rough start.
Yeah, that's not at all what you're after if you're an Underground Gaming supporter here. Bentley can't quite get it done. Puts it onto a 1 versus 5 for Yoko. That flash dash play is something we see quite often, usually done with the breach flash instead of the omen flash. But yeah, either way, didn't quite work out the way they expected it. Collateral was ready, playing that further back position, expecting it, knowing that Underground was on that eco round, expecting, okay, there is a chance that they go for something aggressive here. We've got to be ready for it. And they counter it perfectly there. So this is, I believe this is the debut for Underground, so there's not much to really go off of for like information on these guys, but so far Collateral just perfectly reading them into this game. The shock dart not going to quite collect Yoko there, but we will see. Possibly. No, they're not even going to exit towards A main. It's almost like they know. They're like, okay, let's go towards CT. Let's stay safe. Let's keep all 5 guns, and let's just continue to ruin their economy. Yoko's going to keep this Spectre rather, into the next round, which isn't quite what he was after.
Yeah.
But, you know, it can get it done.
I think maybe if he died, perhaps he would be able to buy it fully with the rest of his team. But as a result, you know, he might have to be the odd one out right now to only use an SMG while everyone else buys up fully with rifles. Or he could actually hold on to the SMG and buy a rifle for Stoddy, who seems to be a little bit poor in the cash department right now. But regardless, it's up to them to figure the financials out. Collateral eSports, you already have a 3-round lead. Your economy really flowing now. They're starting to build up momentum and bank. And Sicko, look at that one off of the Hunter's Fury. Should he manage to pick up an ult orb, this should allow them to either play a really good post plant or do some early chip damage in the beginnings of the round. Oh, Conqueror's trading off a few bullets over towards short, but it will be towards B main where action happens, and Yoko finally gets a kill in the second round following that eco onto Zuke. Killjoy on Killjoy action.
So that Spectre there ends up being the one to get that first blood. Dio gets another one, puts it into a 5 versus 3 here for Underground. So this is the start of the round they needed. They need to make sure, yes, they have the man advantage right now, but you have a look at the utility, you have a look at the weaponry, it's still about even. They need to make sure they're being smart about this, and giving away that pick on short by Dio is not the way to go about it. So they know that they have at least one man less on the A site right now. Breach is going to be rotating across, potentially over to Garden here to give his server a little bit of support, which leaves the A main open. Stoddy going to take up that space here, but here comes Collateral up the short position. 3 people walking up short here, and Conkers is still alive. Remember, he's got that showstopper, and he's feeling sharp right now. What? That door is a little bit of a bug there. Conkers makes the most out of that bug. That's definitely something that needs to be fixed.
Interesting interaction.
Rolls Stoddy there. Stoddy not quite ready, but Scoop! No one's ready for that from Scoopmeister. Can he get a third one here? Gonna go for the stun play. Sai working his way up generator. Scoop's not ready for this one. Gets the first pick onto Bentley here. Can he get a double for his own? But Scoob, no! Shuts it down with the 3-piece, holding that A side. That boombot play, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if Conkers knew that was the way that interacted, because I have seen recently that boombots do still target through Astral Walls. So if you put a boombot behind an Astral Wall and there's someone directly in front of it, it will go hyper straight away, straight through that wall, and it's really hard to react because you can't hear it until it's through the wall.
I think a cosmic divide is one thing, because utility does work through that wall, and it's a little bit complex perhaps to figure out the coding behind that. But that's a solid door, and for some reason it's still locked onto I think Stoddy through it, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But Scoopmeister, what a play there. Using utility, flashing 2 players, takes a double spray down, a 2-piece, and also unfortunately he didn't really expect to see Sai coming up over towards Gen, so had to trade a teammate out. But regardless, signs of life from Underground Gaming and Collateral eSports. They're not out of the woods just yet, but look at how many ultimates they have to play with this round for Collateral. They run it back and should be looking to perhaps go for the A take, but there's 3 players on the defense already rotated over, and make a mistake. They already have Scoopmeister's Rolling Thunder and of course the Killjoy Lockdown ready to use. Once again, similar play, Dio will get exposed, and the 2 players staring down at him, dashes out to safety, and that paint shell will force him back even further as the attackers take short control.
And here they come. Conkers gets that first pick onto Stoddy here. Scooby's gonna have to go huge again.
Do it again.
Ooh, can he do it? Gets that flash up. Doesn't quite get anything done with it. Gets revealed by this Recon Dart. It's going to put him into a really awkward position here. Yoko gets the first kill onto side there. Scoop gets traded out by Zook. Bentley kills Zook. Conkers kills Bentley. And Dio trades it back down to Sicko, putting it into a 2 versus 2 situation here. Favoring the side of Conkers if you have a look at the ultimates here. The run it back and the showstopper both available. But that retake ult of the lockdown already moving into that position here. We did just see Phoenix use his molly, so he's not going to have that ready for the lineup there. Here comes the ult from Yoko. What can they get done from this? Dio coming in from the heaven. Yoko coming in from the short position. Does he know the lineups? He's got no nano swarms left, so he's not going to be able to clear out that back corner. That nade delays him a lot. Both players have to be in the wide position, and that's known information here. We're going to see that showstopper come out 1,000,000% here, but here comes a runner back. Gonna get taken out immediately by Dio, but traded out by Conkers. So the 2 versus 1 now from Yoko. What can he get done? Here comes the flash here from Oki. Gets dodged. Gets the first pick onto Oki there. Yoko, 1 versus 1. Here comes the showstopper. Just gonna use it to zone.
Oh no!
Nothing.
He can kill him! Oh!
There it is, the perfect trade from Conkers. Used that to perfection. Knew that Yoko had to push him. Held it. Wait for the kill, and trades himself out perfectly. So 5 rounds here for Collateral eSports.
You know, we're 7 rounds in. This is the 8th round, and look at Conkers. 17 kills. This guy is literally the embodiment of death coming into this game. And finally, he did use the showstopper, and honestly, I expected him to go for the kill, because time was running short anyways, but hey, I still have to agree with you. It was well played, and Yoko just missed the initial headshot, and honestly, I think Yoko had a chance there of clutching things out, but time was not against his side. Collateral eSports definitely starting to build a more and more economy and still maintaining that consistent lead. Full buys versus the eco of Underground Gaming, and you sort of have to feel bad for Underground Gaming right now because Conkers is just dishing out the pain, 1-for-1 trade, and numbers are even. A hush falls over the map.
Yeah, that was a really well-played dodge of that Recon Dart there, so that Bentley felt secure enough to run into the open. We did see Conkers duck behind him, but Sicko gets 2 tags with that Hunter's Fury. Gets the first one onto Stoddy there, but can't quite get Dio as he ascends to the skies to dodge that ultimate. But I think that might have been a blind ult. I didn't see if there was a drone, but if that was blind...
Well done.
That's well played. Nothing else to say there. We do see 2 people still positioned towards this B side. For the side. Oh, but look at this timing here. Sicko's never ready for that, because Sai said, okay, I've cleared short, but Sai's gonna get him right back.
Nice.
Trigger display here. Gets the first one of the Scoopmeister here. Blinds. Dio gets traded out by Oki there, in fact. And Yoko did get spotted there, I think, by the Omen who was clearing the mid side. So 1 versus 3. We saw Yoko almost win out of 1v2. Is a 1 versus 3 too much for the young star here? We see he is the best performing player right now. What can he do?
Well, best performing player, but not by much, you have to be honest. And as you can see, they are really the enemy team post-plant, they are holding the angles down quite decently, looking to set up crossfires or at least a trade angle. Smokes continuously, so Yoko, I think it'll probably be in his best interest to save this. And as you can see,
and there it goes.
Too many angles to clear, only limited use util, no flashes. There's no reason for him to die and lose his rifle. That's 2.7k, as I think he has full armor as well.
Yeah, he does indeed have full armor. Yoko, too many angles to clear. The constant smokes made it impossible for him to get out on the side, especially against an agent like Killjoy. Just too much information as soon as you go for that peek. You don't know whether to target the turret or go for the Omen or go for the Killjoy, and it just becomes too much in a 1 versus 3 against that sort of lineup there. So we will see a 6th round coming out for Collateral.
Well,
right,
actually, finally, yeah, exactly. We just saw the Underground Gaming call attack pause. And guys, seriously, for all the teams playing officials in the LPL league, right? Use your pauses. They exist for a reason. Don't wait to use it till it's actually too late. Because Collateral eSports, you know, they already have a 4-round lead, and no matter what Underground Gaming tries to do right now, they just can't get anything done. They win 1 round, and immediately Collateral eSports strikes right back and conquers. True to his name, he's just conquering Underground Gaming right now. The economy, it has taken a small blow, but look, with a 4-round buffer, they really shouldn't be struggling at all. But for Underground Gaming, I think Yoko, he did survive that round, so he might have to go for a huge hero play here. Dio with the blades, looking to use the ultimate now. But it really is Underground Gaming climbing a steep hill, and Zuke, pre-aim, good crosshair placement, takes down Bentley, easy peasy, and that's a huge blow because the smokers of the defense is gone.
Yeah, and look, it's already drawn that rotate. Collateral is aware of that. They're like, okay, these guys have been rotating, but no, Breach comes back. Scoob, not going to give it up too easily. Soddy and Scoob going to have to go huge here, but only with the Shorty and the Ghost here. What can they get done? Here comes Scoob, just running it down, but Zook says no, gets a 3-piece for this round, and shuts Underground out of this one. Dio has the Blade Storm, going to be taking out that alarm bot now. But yeah, it looks like another shutdown here from the side of Collateral, which is not good for the side of Underground, but there's still some silver linings that they can get done here if they can manage to get some damage onto the economy. Conkers gets that. There it is. Conkers takes out Yoko, and there it is. 1 versus 5. Dio with a knife. Sai just pops him straight in the skull and makes it 7. So that tack pause not quite what they're after, but maybe the tack pause is preparing him for this next gun round. It is something that some people forget. Oh, there it is. There it is starting now. Okay, so they haven't even had the tack pause.
The proper timeout. And guys, in the latest Valorant update, proper timeouts are a thing. And as soon as it gets called, everyone freezes. Time stops. So if anyone watches JoJo, actually, here's a bit of a reference. You know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Dio, Zawado, and then, you know, time stops. But okay, so to focus onto the game at hand, right? There's only 3 rounds left in this half. Underground Gaming, they haven't really been able to start any momentum. They showed aggression on the defense early on, and yesterday when I was casting the campus clutch for Rebel New Zealand, they were saying the best defense sometimes is offense. But Underground Gaming, they aren't really pushing when they have rifles to work with. They only play more aggressive on the defense on an eco round. And already being on, you know, the worser side with worser guns, Collateral eSports just reads the play easily, and they've been shut down every single time they try to push, especially out of A main. I want to see mid control come out from them. They have smokes and they have the flash and dash combos. Utilize the utility, take mid control, and be more proactive on the defense. Because if you don't do something really soon, we're going to see Collateral eSports build up an even stronger lead. They're already 7-2, and I can honestly see this first half going to a 9-2 scoreline and a very quick best of 1.
Yeah, it's looking pretty favorable here for the side of Underground, but not Underground, sorry, Collateral eSports. Here's this first duel. Bentley trying to duel with Sicko. Not going to quite get anything done. Yoko's ready with this flash here.
That's huge. That's huge.
The white swing, and it's so well played. That's exactly what we were talking about. Using those flashes on the extremities to take that control. We did talk about the mid, but no matter where you're doing it, it's going to be useful. Oh! He gets 2 before he's traded out by Bentley there. That is mental there from Gonkers. Still 21-6. He has more kills than his entire team combined right now.
Sapling, this guy is literally having a blast of a game. That's all I can say. And earlier on, I really like that from the defense. That's what I was talking about, the being proactive and playing a little bit more offensively when you have util and you have stronger guns. It seems like they read my mind, literally. Or maybe they're reading the script that I have in my hand right now. But it doesn't matter when you have Conquerors, a man who's already so sharp, just sneak up short and grab the insta double kill. No one of Underground Gaming was watching the angle. As a result, they get punished heavily. So, right now, Collateral eSports, they are on the back foot, make no mistake. 2v3 and the retake ultimate. That was for information, and now they know at least Sicko is over towards the generator. He's changed his position, and that Rolling Thunder, I don't think actually caught the players under heaven, as we see nothing, but the shock that come through is good for one. Sicko now 1v2. He can isolate the last two players to clutch things out.
This definitely feels winnable here for Sicko. Scoob getting over the flash, which puts him in an unfavorable position there. Scoob with the 3-piece in the round. And there we have it. Scoob doubling his kills in that round. But I definitely agree with you in what you're saying that, going for that more sort of control seems to be the way that they need to win these rounds. Yeah. I think that right now Underground Gaming is taking a little bit of a comp style into this. So when I say comp, I mean ranked. So putting this Killjoy onto the B side is pretty stock standard if you're playing a ranked game, whereas you might see a Killjoy controlling the short region with the sort of the higher, the sort of higher level gameplay. So, getting that control of the short with the alarm bot, having a turret on A main, gives you that freedom to work around the B side a little bit differently, and especially work that mid a little bit differently, because you don't need so many players here. But speaking of players, we've got 3 grouped early towards B main. Remember that we still have that showstopper online from Conkers right now. So he's going to be wanting to get aggressive. Yoko, there he is, moving towards the market here, so he's not less of that anchor position onto the B side.
But he is leaving his breach backside, though, to potentially die at this rate. Scoob, he's been playing fantastically using his flashes and util, helping out his team mostly. But when he's by himself, I do have to say he may struggle, because breach flashes just aren't built to work that way necessarily. Collateral eSports, they took B control early on, and I'm pretty sure they took the orb, but now they're just playing defaults, getting intel, and Sodi, no! What are you doing jumping out in the open? You've lost your server for the defense, and that's a really good agent for defensive retake util. And the orb towards B main is just left untouched. I don't know, questionable. Yeah,
so Sai with really good early positioning here. He's ready to take both of these heads, and that's exactly what he does. Sai gets both. There's that alarm, that boombot just, having a good time with that door. Conkers jumping up towards this heaven position here. 2 versus 5 from these B-side holders. Yoko and Scoob. Here comes Conkers. Gets another one there. Yoko gets that trade back onto Oki here, but what can he get done? He is already low. Conkers gets another skull to add to the collection, and it's 8-3 here from Collateral. It feels like Conkers is just in charge. It doesn't matter what Underground do. They've got 3 rounds, but when Conkers says, okay, this one's mine, he does exactly that, but we can't understate what's sided in that round. 13-5 now from him as well. It's the Conkers and Sai show right now.
I think Conkers is just playing deathmatch right now. He's getting so much control and getting those kills almost for free. Scoob, jumped up. He already made footsteps, and jumping up, you lose your first shot accuracy, and it was just fodder for Conkers at that point. Also, I want to point out, this game, for some reason, we are seeing so many double spray downs, so perhaps you have to attribute it to poor spacing on both these teams. So don't say anything too good about them just yet. And Conquerors, I said he was playing deathmatch, so he was actually having a little bit of fun there, and Dio will take him down handily. So the player advantage going over towards Underground Gaming, and by God, do they need it with the inferior buy.
Yeah, so Dio is one of those players that is known to be pretty sharp. You see him in the ranked games, you see him, obviously was on 95x at one point, so, testing his limits here, but, I don't know how he got out of that one. Sicko felt like he gifted him his life there. But Dio, capitalizing on the timing there, knowing the drone's coming towards, expecting one with it, and just gets the perfect timing there. Sai gets dinged there by Stoddy as well, which is very good for the side of Underground. They need this round here. Getting an 8-4 scoreline, moving into the attack side with this team comp, is going to be very, very important. Single duelist from the side of Underground. But we do see
a 4-8 scoreline, to end things, that's actually not bad, because all it takes is one pistol round win, and you are sort of back into it. But
6-8 potentially, and here it comes. So the burst comes in from Underground. Here, Underground get the first kill there onto Oki, but look at this already. Screwed backside. This is that backside positioning we were just talking about. Cancels the Omen, gets that kill onto Zook there. Yoko gets another one on Zico. That's 2 in the round for him, and Sai is too far away to say anything right now. 13 seconds left in the round. you know, just Max and Laxon over on that A site. Maybe expected his team to get a little bit more done and come for that late lurk, but no, he did. We did see the Omen ult, in fact. So, you know, really wanted to come across with his team. And that is the half. So I gets one more onto Study, just padding his stats right now. But Dio says no, sits him down. 8-4 scoreline in favor of Collateral.
Yeah, look, that was a bit of a miscommunication play, I reckon, on the plant. Time really wasn't on their favor, that's one thing. But then Zuke, for some reason, he felt like he had to dedicate his time to the plant when he hadn't even cleared backside. He knows that backside isn't clear because Scoobmeister's right there with the flashes. He had, you know, over 10 seconds to actually go for that kill and still plants. But Sai, across the map, you know, tried to support his teammate as a distraction. So a little bit of a questionable strategy there. They did lose that round, but it doesn't matter because they are still 4 rounds up, and that's a pretty big buffer. Now sides are switched. Underground Gaming on the defense with Collateral eSports on the attack, and we've already seen, you know, Conquerors have the time of his life just going so aggressively getting these kills, and I'm pretty sure now he's much more in his zone. I'll take it back, sorry, the colors confused me. Underground Gaming on the attack, and it'll be Collateral eSports on defense. The A side holding pretty good.
Underground's gonna go for the burst play here.
Oh!
Gets took the nade! Can he get a third one here onto Dio? No, gets shut down by Stoddy. But Stoddy gets traded out by Sicko. Sicko gets another one onto Yoko, puts it all on the back of Dio, who gets nothing done. That nade! There was no suck, there was no Viper's snake bite. There was no stun. It was just perfectly timed there, possibly straight into that smoke, and just blows them up. That's why it's always risky to see those Ghost Buys coming out first round, because you've got no armor, and something like that nade can just melt you so fast. Conker's on 25 right now. Already 3 points into his ult. Gets the judge, gets the full armor. Like, what else can you say?
The stars are literally aligning for Conquerors right now, and look, even the paint shell, I wouldn't say half-heartedly tossed, bags himself 2 easy kills, 3 out of 7 for his ultimate now, buys the judge, camping in the corner, pops the recon arrow, so his position pretty much, it shouldn't be known, and that smoke as well. This is a death sentence.
Gets the first one onto Bentley here. Can he get any more done? Dio gets the dash away there, gets a second one onto Scoobmeister, gets the reload, wants to go back into the smoke. He uses that cursed boom body as we've seen so much so far in this game. They want to contest him in the smoke here. Conkers get the third one onto Dio.
He wants the ace.
Absolutely disgusting. Can he get 4? No, Yoko shuts him down with the right click there. Here comes the drone here from Sicko. Slows down a lot here. Zook and Yoko, both killjoys, mirror matchup on that wall there. Look at them. They're tracing each other's footsteps around this do-si-do, merry-go-around sort of situation. Stoddy gets the kill onto Zook, taking that long-range duel with the judge there. Not quite the way that gun's supposed to be used, but we do know that gun is stupid and can do that sort of thing. If we have a look at Sai here.
Yeah, we have seen crazier players out of the judge, but now Sai, he's already taken really proactive positioning, and the Marshal, he should one-shot them to the body. Gets a shot, Yoko's gone, and now look at the last play, half HP, easy flick for him. Stoddy's gone now. Collateral eSports, double digits, 10-4. Underground Gaming, you've lost the pistol round, you've lost the second buy. You really have to step things up right now.
Yeah, it's 4-10 here. This is the first buy round in for the side of Underground Gaming. We need to see something different. So on that A play there, we did see Stoddy start, came the same spot both times, and that's why Conkers was able to break it so fast in that second round. Underground almost entirely giving A main here, posturing themselves towards this mid link position, and Belair with this Marshall on short could wreak havoc if one of them peaks at the wrong time.
Oh, that's close. That's
so close from Sai. I don't think he'll repeat that one. He knows better. But does walk into the smoke, so maybe he is trying to challenge it. Dio says no, punishes him for his misplay, and there we go. 4v5 situation here for the side of Underground. That recon's going to reveal a fair bit. Shockdart doing nothing. Scoob gets another one on that short position, and that is A side 3. There we go, 2 versus 5. Underground, slow it down, wait for Collateral to make the mistakes, and that has secured the round for them there. Stoddy's going to get timing by this turret here, and that will bring Oki back. But I still think we're going to see this definitely going in the favor of Underground, as they've got 4 players on the site. Oh, but look at this. Have a look at the Killjoy wrapping around behind him here.
They want to at least get maybe 1 rifle out of the hands of Collateral eSports, so it's a small win. But, you know, he has to be distracted. Zuke, has that easy kill. And just going to, you know, go a little bit over the top. Just want to secure the kill and the rifle for sure. 2.9k in their hands. This is a win. It's not bad, because to retake the side round is almost impossible. And Zuke trying to get maybe another kill That will be the cherry on top, but at least right now, just send Oki to his death because he has a worse gun to play with. He does get another kill. Yoko's gone. 2 rifles down now. This shouldn't really be happening if you're underground gaming. You're already down by 6 rounds. You need every advantage as you can get. You simply cannot be throwing any guns away. And Zuke, what are you doing? You had a rifle and he just dies. Oki too as well, I think.
Oki only had that Spectre still. He didn't quite get to the Phantom that was in heaven. But Zuke dying there felt unnecessary. He definitely should have stayed alive, kept that Vandal into the next round, and he would have been able to afford his utility regardless. So a weird decision there, but nonetheless, that was I think they won that bonus realistically. It's 5-10. Have a look at the buys here. Conker's the only one without full armor, but still has full utility. And on the other side, it's looking a little bit rough for the side of Yoko, who is going to be the one holding that flank. Ooh, interaction in A main here. Yoko's gonna put that drone down immediately, which forces Conkers to take a passive view on this angle. Conkers jiggles and falls back, but Yoko gets his ult off that one.
The Killjoy lockdown, very diverse ultimate. You can use it for retakes, you can use it for site takes, and you know, Collateral eSports on the defense, they know that the Killjoy lockdown is available now for underground gaming, and they seriously hope underground gaming they use it to perfection, play together as a unit, and it looks like they are going to go commit over towards the B site, perhaps running into stiff opposition, because there is Killjoy util over towards there. Scoopmaster takes down Sai over towards short. That's the smoker who's gone for Collateral eSports on the defense. So the retake, if it does come to it, may be a little bit more difficult.
And if we have a look at it, Dio's managed to get a timing off that as well. So they've rotated their mid player of Sova over to that short position, and Dio has capitalized perfectly. Gonna have this B split ready and rocking. Gonna have those CT rotations locked down, but this lockdown ultimate's gonna go straight into the utility of a Killjoy as well. So this shutdown potential is there, wow. And Zook cements it straight away, taking out Stoddy, who then removes their information. But have
defense,
a look
spawn! Dio, oh my god! Has to get there. No, misses the second shot, but now there's 3 players that know exactly where he is, and this is such a pain right now for the defenders. They have to take him down before if they even try to retake the site. Spike's not down just yet, but Zuke, he's using Killjoy util. That's what I was talking about earlier. Time is running thin now for the attackers. They have to get the Spike down right now, and Zuke, Collateral eSports, they're just too good. They're not letting the Spike go into site, and Bentley, he has to go for the kill. No time left, and OK just has to run for his life. As long as he survives, underground gaming, oh, they are really in the tough spot.
Yeah, that was super unfortunate there from Dio. Only sees the one in CT, isn't ready for the other 2 that were already in that same position, and moves his crosshair across to the market player and misses out on potentially a 4K round there. Yep. And we did see the 4K round coming in from Zook, who I did say at the start of the round, you know, pushing into a Killjoy's utility is always going to be difficult without a Sova, because you don't have that information to know if she's playing around it still. So it becomes super difficult for the side of Underground. 11-5 right now. They're forced onto a weird sort of buy here. I think what we'll see, Dio grabbing the knives and then passing that Vandal across. But here they come, Conkers!
Oh, wow.
Gets traded out by Bentley. Well played. A 1-for-1, taking out their best player, and Stoddy cements himself, you know, shows to us, I've still got it. I might be a little bit older than some of the players on my team, but I've still got the aim. Scoob struggling to get that orb a little bit there, but here they come. Gonna be swinging across. Sicko holding this line. Killjoy solo on site there. I don't think she cleared anything as well, so Yoko being bold, saying, okay, this is my site now, and going for it. So 3 players still in B main, 1 in B site. The retake's coming in, but the players aren't even on site. Dio misses his dash there.
Well, he will manage to smoke himself onto the site. So 2 players holding B main and 1 on the flank. 2 players on site. This post-fight defense, you know what? I think it's actually alright. You have Hunter's Fury to play off-site with, and you also have the Rolling Thunder. Stoddy gets onto site. Okay, he has to trade him back right now. Time is running thin. Catches out Stoddy with his util, and Scoopmaster getting another kill onto Sicko. Scoopmaster is still behind the enemy lines. We'll go down to Oki, and then Oki, he has to get 2 more kills and still defuse. Time is running thin. It looks like Underground Gaming will take yet another round.
Yeah, they will. Yoko's gonna go down with the ship here, like a good captain should. Gets blown up, but we do see the 6th round here for the side of Underground. If we have a look at the buys, neither team is liking the money here. Underground obviously in the better position after winning that round, but still not super comfortable. We're gonna see a light buy-in from Yoko. Yeah.
29 kills. This guy's about to 30 bomb. I can't believe it. You rarely see this in higher tiers, you know, of this game. But look, I know this is amateur, but this guy's just having the time of his life.
Yeah, if this is something we consistently see out of Conkers, it mightn't be long until we see him start to get looked at by some of the higher tier teams. But you know, this could be a really good game for him, or this could be something we start to see a lot of in this LPL amateur series. And here we go, pressuring towards his A main here. Yoko's gonna grab that orb again with that turret, pressures it early, but Zook gets that spot there. Gonna be playing on this right hand side. We know what this classic right click can do. Dio gets him right in the legs, just absolutely cuts him off at the knees. As we do see them running in, there's 2 players on the right-hand side here. Dio says no again. Konkers gets 1, gets 2. Does he get ready to turn around in time? Yoko doesn't quite get the spray there. Konkers with the Phantom here. We know what this man can do. Can he get it done? Bentley says no to him. And here comes Stoddy from the backside. Oki at a 1 versus 3 here. Ooh, he is ready for Stoddy, but Stoddy says no. Puts him in the ground. The Dragon to burn him to a crisp. Phoenix dying in his own flames there.
Yeah.
And putting us to 7-11 right now. Not a sponsor.
Well, 7-Eleven, does it actually exist a lot in Australia? I don't think I've seen too many of them, I'll be honest. They are more Asia-based.
Heaps of them in Brisbane.
In Brisbane? Okay, well, no, then Melbourne.
Heaps.
Maybe there's too much competition in Melbourne. Okay, look, right now, Underground Gaming, you know, they had a bit of a rougher start in the first half, but they are mounting the comeback right now. 7-11, that's a pretty decent scoreline, and the economy for Underground Gaming is actually much better than what Collateral eSports have right now. And the one-way smoke just to buy a little bit more time and forces Underground Gaming just to hold back for the time being. Collateral eSports, they found their groove on the attack side, but now on the defense, once again, it's a story of being proactive on defense. I don't really think they're doing it. Conquerors, he did it initially, but he sort of threw it as, you know, he jumped out of there with his showstopper and got traded out 1-for-1.
Yeah, this round is going to take a much slower turn here. So Stoddy, knowing how to play this attack side, is really starting to pull it back for the side of Underground Gaming. And this comes from his experience, knowing that if they're not going to pressure us, we wait. We wait for them to make the mistakes. Oh, that shot from Sai barely misses the scalp of Yoko. But as I was saying, Stoddy just working the map. Have a look at this spread here. Nothing towards A main, but they've got a alarm bot to hold that flank. And here they go, pressuring this mid control, but they are walking into 2 players here. If Scoop gets this wrong timing, Siko's just going to blow his brain out, but this flash looks like it could be perfect. 3 people ready to burst through this smoke. Is Siko ready for it? Falls off the angle, gets full blinded, so they've got 3 players in market here. Looks like it's going to be a B split. Their main duelist isn't quite there. Siko can't quite get it done. Scoop gets the first one there. Oki gets one back. His ultimate gets traded out there. And here they come. Have a look. This Killjoy on the backside is going to delay them a lot. They're going to have to take this one down. 2 ults committed. The Rolling Thunder and the Hunter's Fury both going into the backside. Dio dashing in. Puts it into a 3 versus retake. Here comes the nade from Conkers. We know what this one can do. Gets the kill onto Yoko. So well read there, that plant spot. I wonder if the death cam from Zook told him where it was going to be, but here comes this retake, 3 versus 3. Oki going for this flash here. 2 players playing behind the dice. Conkers get the first one. Conkers get a 3rd one. Dio gets 2 to trade it back into a 1 versus 1 situation. Who's going to win this one out? It is Omen versus Jet. The Jet smoke goes in that cloud burst. Perfect positioning. Sai, he did get hurt, even though he shot for his footstep drop, and he gets the kill onto Dio regardless. Dio misses that shot by about 2 millimeters, puts Sai onto 30 health, and there we go, 12th round under the belt of Collateral eSports now.
Yeah, Collateral eSports, that round got a little bit closer, I won't lie. I think, obviously the nade from Conquerors, that was fantastic. And Yoko, just by the skin of his teeth, managed to plant the spike. But unfortunately, as you can see, Collateral eSports, I think the retake was superior, simply. Oh, the 2 players over towards the stairs and one over towards lane, who was a little bit late, but the 2 players towards stairs, Oki and Conquerors, they were covering each other's angles, and they got the kills, and it was just a matter of luck of how Dio managed to catch both of them lining up and got the double spray down. Well, I liked Dio going for the really smart play, using the cloud burst to perhaps fake his repositioning, but Sai slightly fast on the flick, managing to clutch out that round. But now, look, it's match point, and Collateral eSports, they have guns to work with, mostly, and I really have to feel bad for Underground Gaming. This sounds like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this could be the nail in the coffin here, but you've got to remember there's 2 sheriffs on the side of Collateral eSports. That Drone's going to get that first tag there. Dio gets the kill onto Siko. Are they ready for Sai in this position? Sai has been that 2nd fragger from the Collateral eSports side, but they're not going to go towards him. They know, okay, these 2 best players are playing towards this A side. Should we go there? They questioned it for a little bit, but they're feeling bold here. The 4 versus 5, walking into 2 players, but one of them is Conkers. So you've got to feel a little bit scared if you're the fan of an Underground. The Underground team right here. Dio going for that dash in. Conker's on the elevator position.
Wow.
Gets the first one onto Dio there. Gets another one onto Stoney. Scoob trades him back there. Conker's goes down. Puts it into a 3 versus 3 here. Underground with the site. No one's going to pick that angle. That flash, it stops them from trying to do anything as Yoko repositions. The alarm bot's in the perfect spot there to stop any aggression. Or at least they'll know about it before it happens. Bentley's going to have to turn from this flash. Gets perfect timing. Oki just absolutely puts him to the ground. 2 versus 3 here. Remember, this is a match point. That flash is going to blind Scoob. He makes the footsteps. Yoko's going to have to go huge here. Get both of these players towards the short and potentially even get this flick. Can't quite get it done. The spam through the smoke puts him on very low health. Zook takes the positioning off of him. Sai gets the kill on Scoob. All on Yoko here. And there it is. The nail in the coffin. As you said, Sai with a 2-piece to close it out. 36 for Conkers, 20 for Sai. And that's it. That is the game.
Yep, that's the game in a nutshell. 13-7. I wouldn't say it was convincing, but it definitely got a little bit risky there as Underground Gaming. They started to mount a small comeback, but they just couldn't go all the way at the very end there. I suppose Conquerors, he was just a little bit too powerful. Look, he didn't get the most first bloods. Well, he's tying with Sai. But just the fact that he nearly 40 bombed this game, 471 combat score, almost 500. I suppose that plays a huge role into helping your team, win this game rather almost one-sidedly, especially on the first half. Underground Gaming, it took them, a refresher and a side switch to find their momentum a little bit further. Perhaps, it was a warm-up as well. They weren't quite ready for Collateral eSports. I'm going to go reach out here and say these two teams, they haven't really faced off, so it was a bit of unknown territory. And, well, now they know. Just don't mess around with Conquerors. If you are going to play, space yourself correctly and play for the trades. Otherwise, it's just a double spray down time and time again. We saw maybe 5 at least when players on both teams were spaced poorly, and one player managed to just spray them down almost for free. And also for this Collateral eSports, I think it would be sort of sneaky and really smart positioning, and especially Conquerors, earlier on with the Judge buy, he already had a few more kills, but he used his teammates' Omen smokes to, I wouldn't say to perfection, but it's a really stock standard play. They drop the smoke, he's playing in the corner, no one knows where he is, and at close distances, that shotgun's gonna come out on top easily, and then afterwards, he just went a little bit too far, trying to go for more kills, and he did get punished. So, I think, at the end of the day, if Collateral eSports, they really played this game fully seriously, this will be a much more one-sided scoreline.
Yeah, could have been a tighter scoreline here. If you have a look, the 3 of the top 5 players in this game in terms of combat score were Underground Gaming players, which is interesting to think about. If we have a look at it, 5 first bloods, 3 first bloods, 1 first blood as well for those players as well. So they were in favorable positions. If I do some quick math here, 4 is 8, that's 10. Compared to, there we go, it was 10 first bloods each. Both teams had 10 first bloods, and we only saw 7 rounds coming out from the side of Underground Gaming, so potentially working around those first bloods a little bit differently could have led to a tighter scoreline. But as you said, when you've got a player like Conker's dropping 36, who is running it down for the last few rounds as well, there's not much you can do from the perspective of Underground. But, first showing, I think, at least for this Underground side, it speaks good things. This team has potential, especially with players like Dio, Scoob, and Yoko, who are all pretty young. I don't know Bentley personally, but with the wisdom of someone like Stoddy, if Stoddy can pull his aim up a little bit more, like we know he can, no, he's definitely capable of it. We've seen it before. It's just, working with a new team can pull you out if you're an IGL.
You sounded like a little bit throwing a cap there. I'm like, all right, man, all right, okay. Because actually, I think he subbed for one game for Paradox, and he actually performed really well. Only map 1 though, and then after that, things got a little bit rough.
Yeah, look, I'm not the one that should be criticizing, but I'm just pointing out what the team needs to work on in future sort of things. But it is what it is. Collateral just steamrolling in that first half, 8-4 on the attack side.
All right, look, that game's already done and dusted, and I actually do have the captain for Collateral eSports coming in for a quick interview, and his Discord username is Leetsoid, but he will be Sicko, the server that we saw earlier. So let's hear what he has to say when he joins us in the call. But while we are waiting, though, Sapling, I want to hear your MVP for this game. Who would it be? I understand that you may say it will be Conquerors, but let's hear your thoughts first.
I think Yoko, in my opinion, was underachieving. I think what he did for the team was a lot. It wasn't always noted, but Yoko always going huge on those rounds, you know, making sure he was locking down those sites, holding the flanks, doing everything he needs to as a killjoy. So kid with a lot of potential, and under the right guidance, I think we could see him really rise to the top.
Well, okay, so your choice is Yoko, but I have to say, for me personally, it will have to be Scoopmeister. I think he used his flashes and utility to really perfection. He helped his team, get quite a few kills. He held down that site initially, and of course on a few retakes, the flashes just bought so much time and positioning for his team on the retake. Regardless though, that's done and dusted. But finally, we do have the captain for Collateral eSports in here. Sicko, how you doing, man?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. Yourself?
Well, pretty good, but honestly, you guys have to be feeling really good about that result, especially Conkers.
Oh, dude. I mean, he normally plays pretty good, but tonight he really stepped up, dude. It was, yeah, it was crazy, man. I think that's the best I've ever seen him play, so it's phenomenal.
Okay, so earlier, when we were talking about the game, we sort of were, thinking about this. Is this a one-off, or does he consistently usually play this well to be like, a consistent superstar, e.g. Disco of Order? But you're telling me this is his best performance thus far in a official.
In an official, yeah, but we recently got him off Sova, so he was supporting, and we sort of realized his talent of actually being able to shoot heads. So made the decision probably a couple of weeks ago to chuck him on as duelist, and yeah, we really needed a raise in the team, and he's just taking that on board, mate. And normally, yeah, he's popping off, he gets some good kills and stuff, but tonight, yeah, phenomenal effort by him, dude.
Tonight, he played well, but also at the same time, I think luck sort of favored him. He got quite a few, like double spray downs, and also that paint shell like 2K so easy. I was like, what just happened there? That was almost for free.
He's pretty good at controlling his aim, dude. But we can't put it all down to Conkers, to be honest, because, yeah, he got the frags and stuff. That's Jul's job. We were getting a lot of info. There was some really good calls coming in the chat. Yeah, we basically made it easy for him, but, yeah, I don't know. He just popped off for sure. Normally it's Sai, actually. Sai, I think last game copped like a 29 bomb or something, so it's good to see lads stepping up, man.
Yeah, definitely. So Sai being another one of those players today that performed super well as well. But, as you said, those support players doing their job as support players should. Everyone doing their job to do exactly what they have to do. So well played to the team. And what's next for Collateral? Where are you aiming in the next few months?
Well, we're kind of disappointed because we've been scrimming a lot of Evo teams, and we've been doing pretty good. So we're hoping to get into Evo, but seeing that we got put into amateur, that's all G. Like, it's our first season and all. So yeah, our main goal really is just to keep working on the chemistry, get some good prac in, develop some really nice strats. So then when we do go to Evo, we'll be popping off. I suppose there's a few good teams that are coming out of amateur this season as well, so we're looking forward to versing them. But yeah, just keep working at it, mate. Make the team better, get the chem going really well, and yeah, hopefully we smash this season and then really get into Evo and some good competitions.
Yeah, so it sounds like a good plan of attack.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Yeah, man. Okay, we wish you the best going further on, but you personally, okay, dialing things back a little bit, you said that Sai and Conquerors, they usually play very well, but so, I was thinking, so you're saying Zuke, you and Oki, you three essentially get carried?
Nah, not at all, mate. I mean, this game, yeah, I suppose we did a little bit, but generally we're all pretty high scorers. Like, we've got some really good aim on majority of us. I mean, some of us whiffed a little bit, myself included today. Had some easy shots I should have hit, but yeah, I mean, we sort of set it up for Conkers to get a lot of the kills in most of our strats and stuff, where he's the aggressive one. And there was a lot of rounds there, I didn't even see anyone, dude. And Conkers are just killing everyone. But I don't know. That's sort of how we sort of play. We try to support our characters as much as we can, so these guys can really pop off.
So basically, the reason you guys weren't getting a lot of kills was because Conquerors inside were killing everyone. I get it. Okay, cool, man.
Pretty much, dude. If you notice, we're sitting back, just holding spots. I'll send Sai because I'm the IGL there. We send Sai by himself a lot of the time, just going off and popping some dudes, and then sometimes we come with us. But yeah, our roles sort of sit back, set things up, get as much info as you can, rely on those impact kills, and then we take the site and then hold it. So that's
when you mentioned Sai, putting him on backlines, there was one round that really comes to mind. That round when Sai, he was over towards A and TP towards backside B, while I think it was Zuke was trying to go for the plant, while Scoopmeister still backside, and he had the flashes. So what happened there? Did the communications break down briefly? Because I think Zuke had the chance to kill Scoop and still go for the plant.
Yeah, that was a bit of a comm breakdown there. So as you can tell, we're sort of still I mean, although we're playing well, we've got a lot to work on, man. Our
Yeah,
chemistry's
still
good,
fresh.
but our comms, yeah, sometimes we miss him here and there. I mean, we've only really, I mean, we just put Oki into the top 5. He
Yeah.
was reserve about a week or two ago. So our comms, yeah, definitely break down at points, but sometimes they're spot on, man, and as you can tell, works in our favor a lot of times. So.
Yeah, man. All right. As the team captain, you know, it takes a real personality to hold the team together through thick and thin. Once again, we heard your dreams and aspirations going further up into the LPL league. Well, we wish you the best. And any last words for the fans, my man?
Oh, I don't even know if we have many fans yet, but I'm sure we will. But yeah,
After
thanks
that
a lot for
performance,
jumping in, boys.
bonkers.
Yeah, I'm sure people will be tuning in to watch some fucking. Sorry if I'm not allowed to swear there, but
Yeah,
sorry,
okay.
boys.
All good,
But,
man. All good.
Yeah, it's good to see, and I'm sure we'll get some fans from those pop-offs. But thanks for streaming and everything for us, boys. Really
All
appreciate
right.
it.
No worries. Thank you for coming, Seko, and best of luck.
Cheers, lads.
Okay, Zap, we just heard the man himself, the captain, tell us, you know, the ambitions for Collateral eSports going into the future. Once again, we heard about his words about the performances today coming out from most of the players, and there's really not more that I can add on to this game.
Yeah, it feels like we've got everything out of Collateral as we need to. I've just seen your dog pop onto the stream, so I'm a little bit distracted now. But yeah, I think we have another game to cast later tonight. Is that right?
Yes, at about 7 o'clock Australian time, it would be... Just give me a moment. It would be Cracked Nova versus Mortal Kombat LPL Valorant Open at 7 p.m. So guys, do, you know, follow us. You can follow me right here on my Twitch channel at Digitalcasts or Twitter at Digitalcasts. SaplingVA, of course, the play-by-play caster for tonight. He's the coach also of Paradox Gaming, who plays in the Oceania Tour. You guys did qualify, right?
I think we're one game off.
Okay, well,
So it was a bit unfortunate.
yeah, well, you guys will still have more chances in the future. So give them a follow as well.
I think
The
we've got this
coach, the
weekend, so-
caster, at SaplingVal on Twitter. Everyone, thank you for tuning in. I will end the stream for now, so we can start a fresh VOD later on, and let's go for a raid, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thank you for coming in, and see you next time.
See you guys.